Welcome to class number 1 of our course on electronics applied to refrigeration and air conditioning. In this first class, we will present in a simple way how the electronic control board of an inverter-type air conditioner works. The objective is for you to have a general overview before going deeper into each electronic module, since inverter systems work with power electronics and microcontrollers that constantly regulate energy consumption. For this reason, it is important to first see how all the parts fit together, how energy flows from the electrical grid to the compressor, and how the speed and cooling capacity of the unit are controlled. With this complete overview, understanding each specific part will be much easier in the following lessons. 1. The current comes from the electrical system and is alternating and single phase. This means that the unit receives the conventional electrical power found in most homes, where voltage varies cyclically in the form of a sine wave. The term single phase indicates that the supply arrives through two main conductors, one live, phase, and one return, neutral. This type of supply is sufficient for most household appliances, but for an inverter compressor, an additional conversion is required in order to obtain a more efficient and controlled system that allows the motor speed to be adjusted according to the thermal demand of the environment. In the description of this video, you will find the link to our course on electronics applied to refrigeration and air conditioning. 2. In an alternating system, the current flows alternately from the positive pole to the negative pole and vice versa, changing direction several times per second, according to the frequency of the electrical grid. Being single-phase means that the system is powered by two AC wires. One delivers energy and the other provides the return path of the circuit. This constant change process is suitable for certain devices, but to power an inverter compressor, it is necessary to convert this energy to obtain a stable and controlled flow that allows precise control of the motor speed while also improving efficiency. 3. The first section of the air conditioner control board is responsible for converting alternating current to direct current. This conversion is essential because the internal electronic circuits, microcontrollers, sensors, and power modules require a stable DC supply to operate correctly. After this conversion, the current flows in only one direction, for example, from positive to negative and never in reverse. This unidirectional flow allows more precise energy control and is the first step toward generating the three-phase current required by the compressor. 4. To achieve this transformation, a diode bridge is used, which consists of devices that allow current to pass in only one direction when properly configured. The diode bridge is generally made up of 4 diodes arranged so that the output is always positive regardless of the instantaneous polarity of the input signal. This stage is critical because it ensures that the electronic board receives a stable voltage, which will later be filtered and regulated using capacitors and other electronic components to obtain an appropriate DC current. You can access our course on electronics applied to the refrigeration sector. The access is available in our training program. 5. After the diode bridge, the current becomes direct and experiences an increase in voltage. This increase occurs because alternating current contains both positive and negative values, but when it is rectified, only the positive portion is used, increasing the average amplitude. In addition, the filtering capacitors smooth the signal and eliminate ripple, generating a higher and more stable DC voltage required for the next stages of the circuit. This DC voltage is the foundation for supplying the inverter module responsible for generating the three-phase power for the compressor. 6. This voltage increase occurs because the multimeter measures average values. Now the entire average is positive since there is no negative portion. As a result, the DC voltage at the output of the diode bridge is higher than the original AC voltage. In many units, this voltage can reach values above 300 or 310 volts, depending on the design and the electrical standard of the region. This stored energy allows the system to generate a controlled and efficient three-phase alternating current, suitable for an inverter motor that constantly changes speed. 7. Since the voltage required by the compressor may vary depending on its speed, a circuit is needed to supply it according to demand, and this is where the PFC circuit comes into play. This circuit not only adjusts the voltage, but also improves the quality of the energy consumed by the unit, reducing losses and harmonics in the electrical grid. The PFC optimizes efficiency and ensures that the compressor receives the exact voltage required at every moment, allowing more precise power management and better overall system performance. 8. The PFC circuit, or power factor correction circuit, is basically composed of a controller, a transistor, an inductor or reactor, and a diode. These components work together to shape the current drawn by the air conditioner so that it more closely follows the voltage waveform, improving the power factor and reducing harmonic distortion. In this way, the unit consumes energy more efficiently, and the voltage is boosted and stabilized to properly supply the IPM and the compressor. 10. The PFC circuit controller rapidly switches the IGBT transistor on and off to generate pulsed current in the inductor and produce voltage peaks. This process, known as switching, allows the voltage to be increased through the temporary storage of energy in the inductor. This circuit is responsible for supplying voltage to the IPM circuit. Without proper PFC operation, the IPM would not be able to generate a stable three-phase current proportional to the compressor's demand, which would seriously affect the efficiency of the inverter system. 11. The IPM circuit is responsible for directly supplying current to the air conditioner compressor. This integrated module combines power electronics with control circuits that receive commands from the central microcontroller. Its main function is to convert stabilized DC current into a perfectly modulated three-phase alternating current, capable of smoothly and progressively adjusting compressor speed, allowing energy savings and more stable indoor temperatures. 12. To achieve current distribution, the IPM circuit consists of 6 transistors. These transistors work in pairs, acting as electronic switches that turn on and off in specific patterns to create the 3 phases required by the motor. Each transistor must withstand high currents and switch at high speed, which is why robust devices such as IGBTs or MOSFETs designed specifically for power electronics in inverter equipment are used. You can access all our online training in the description of this video. Since the most efficient power supply system is 3-phase alternating current, the air conditioner compressor is powered by 3-phase AC, which means its motor has 3 windings. This type of motor offers smoother operation, less vibration, and greater speed control. 3-phase power allows the compressor to start with less effort, avoiding current spikes and reducing overall electrical consumption, thereby improving the system's energy efficiency. 3-phase current is alternating, meaning that the current in each winding flows in 2 directions. Therefore, 2 transistors are used per motor winding, totaling 6 transistors to supply the 3 compressor windings in both directions. The activation sequence is controlled by the microprocessor, which determines in real time which combination of transistors must be turned on to generate the appropriate phase. This process is repeated thousands of times per second to ensure stable and quiet operation.